The problem is we've grown. I'm the bottleneck for everything in the company. Love everyone that's on the team. But the reality is, I think there's a lot of people that are coasting. Say they're working hard. Are they? Say they want the challenge. Do they really? I don't think so. I can't grow this company any further if I don't gut the entire company. And I'm willing to burn it to the ground.
Brian Cristiano, CEO
of Bold Worldwide, top experts in the world of marketing.
Here to discuss is Brian Cristiano.
Is 100 million real?
Yes, absolutely real. I have not been a great CEO, but it's time for me to step up. I'm down 50% on my staff. It could be enough to put us out of business.
Nobody's grinding like you are.
Is there anything you worry about?
I'm tied to making this work.
Crazy story.
This is a real growing bold.
I got comfortable. And I wasn't being honest with myself about where the company really was. That's the interesting part of this. And that's the truth, man. I let standards deteriorate over time. I genuinely can't tell you who in my company is fully committed and really, genuinely wants to push themselves, the company, and everyone around them, and who's just kind of skating by. We're just getting started. And if I don't completely recalibrate, completely restructure the company, and make sure that every person, current and future, in this business wants to be the best, if I'm not certain, then they can't be on the team, because then I'm certain we'll never get where we want to go. And we'll be fine. I might be comfortable forever, but that is my poison. I'm not doing this to be comfortable. I've been comfortable before, and that's broken on a couch. I'm about to stand up in front of the entire company with the intention of making people walk out the door. Because if I don't do this, we're never going to grow to our full potential. I'll never see what I could possibly build. The company, Bold, will never get to $100 million and will never change the industry. All the things I'm telling everyone I'm gonna do will never happen. I'll know every day that I walk in that it's not what it could be. And so if I don't do this, I'll never make it. And I'll regret it for the rest of my life. First, I wanted to really just thank all you guys for putting in the time and effort into that poll that I put together, because it's really helped me to understand a little bit more clearly, where we are, where some of our challenges lie. I really believe, and I've said this before, that in the next 3 to 5 years, this entire industry is going to get flipped upside down. Somebody's going to be there on the other side to catch it. And I want that to be us. I want that to be Bold. That mountain is K2, right? We're trying to summit K2. 1 in every 4 people that try to climb K2 die. Even worse statistic is 1 in every 2 businesses fails after 5 years. The chance of survival in business is worse than the chance of survival climbing K2. That's a fact. It requires a lot of effort, energy, innovation, and adjustment to the course in order to get to the summit. Taking that survey, it really articulated a few key things. We suck at communication. We don't have great process, and we lack clear leadership and management. And there's a lack of self-awareness here, right? So according to this, basically the entire agency is really fantastic at telling people what's right, even if it's not what they want to hear. I can tell you that the vast majority of this agency doesn't do that. You guys are telling me that the way that you want me to hear it, not what's real. I will say what's right, even if it's not what others or the client wants to hear. I rate myself a 4 out of 10. If we were all, every single person in this agency, a 7 to a 10 in identifying root causes and getting beyond treating symptoms, none of the problems in that survey would be a problem, because all you would have fixed it along the way. We got to be honest with ourselves. If I'm going to be transparent with the company, you guys got to be honest and transparent with yourselves of where you really stand on a lot of these issues. I've been through this 1,000 times, man. I lived on a couch, and I was 2 months behind on my rent. Con Ed came and turned the power out in my apartment. You know why? Because I wasn't self-aware. I wasn't self-aware to realize I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I convinced myself, oh, dude, I'm working as hard as I can. I'm doing everything I can. I wasn't doing. But my point is that when you're not willing to be honest with yourself, you end up in situations where you're shocked it ain't working out. And you're shocked that it's happening because you're not self-aware enough to realize it's all your fault. I have not been a great CEO, but it's time for me to step up. I need to clarify this a little bit with what we're not going to be, what we can't bring on our trip to climb K2. If you think perks matter more than the success of our company, this isn't the place for you. If you see a problem and choose to ignore it, this is not the place for you. If taking a call or answering an email on the weekend bothers you, this is not the place for you. If you aren't hungry for more responsibility and will settle for mediocre, this is not the place for you. We will break industry norms around innovation and speed. That's how we become the best. And if we're afraid of it, if we're scared of it, we're not willing to embrace it, and we're not willing to be the company and the people that drive it and make it happen even faster, we will never get to the summit. If anybody decides, this ain't for me, but how do I deal with this? What do I do? I will give anyone 2 months' salary on the spot. Thank you. Go take your time. Go find something else. I'll give you the kickstart, man. I really believe in living a life that you love. And hopefully that's here, dude. I want you on the team. But if you don't want to be on this team or there's another team, that's okay. So until tomorrow at 5 p.m., you can walk out the door with absolutely no negativity, and I'll actually respect the fuck out of you if that's what you want. But just know this. If you stay, my expectations of you will be substantially higher. And if you stay, but you really should not have, you're going to only distract from the team and you're going to detract from what's possible. That will lose my respect. And you'll be let go immediately as soon as that shows. Are you in or are you out? Straight up. It was hard. I had to look people in the face I've known for many years, friends, colleagues. The only question I have is how many people are going to take me up on that offer. 2 months severance could be a lot. And if enough people take me up on that offer, it could be enough to put us out of business. It's either going to blow up.
I'm down 50% on my staff right now because of you.
Blow up.
That's awesome.